Yes, sir, I'm back.
Okay. All right. I suppose I'm properly audible and my screen is
Yes,
visible here. Okay. Turn your camera on. I'm not visible to you yet, no? Yeah. So today I'm thinking that how about we start our class by doing some questions with the help of which we'll be able to revise the topics which we have learned in the past few weeks. Right now, like we have completed nutrition in plants, nutrition in animals, and the heat chapter. These three chapters we have completed. Turn your camera on, Halima. Okay. So the questions, they are going to be somewhere like 15 to 10 questions, 10 to 15 questions that all of you would be answering right here in the class only. Okay, now there will be a mix of questions from all the chapters. Okay, and the marks are not going to be counted for this chapter. It's only for practice. Okay, so that's going to be from the following chapters.
yes.
Hmm. It is just for practice. Do not consider this as test. Nutrition in plants and animals, then heat, and a little question from acid also, because acid topic we have learned. Okay, I'll be just waiting for 1 or 2 minutes for others to join. Okay, now meanwhile I'm going to go get some warm water. Okay, now like I'm still having some issue in my throat. Give me 1 minute. Meanwhile, you can revise for you having 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm back. Okay. So let's take some questions. First question you will answer, that's going to be name one parasitic plant. Let me complete the question first. Okay, so name one parasitic plant and describe how it obtains nutrition. Okay, Halima? Yeah, answer this.
Yes. Sir, parasitic plants depend on other organisms to capture food and nutrition.
Halima,
The other
previously your
animals,
voice was, oh, hold on. Previously your voice was coming very clearly. Are you not using some headphone or something? Uh-huh.
no, sir, I'm.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam, Salman, how are you? If you can use it, it'll be better, Halima. Yeah. Today I thought, Salman, that how about we do some questions from the past few chapters which we have done, so that it will be in revision. It is a.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
sir, 1 minute. I can't hear you. Your voice is so slow. Let me connect my speaker, sir. Just 1
Quickly
minute.
connected. Yeah. So Halima, explain this once again.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little better than before.
1 minute.
Yes, sir. What was you telling?
Yeah. So I was saying that today I thought, how about we do some questions from the previous chapter? Doing questions is the best way to revise the chapters we have done so far. Okay, na? So from time to time, like every 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, we will do some questions to revise all the things we have done. Okay, Salman? Huh? To
Yes, sir.
turn your camera on.
Yes, sir. Why not?
And answer the first question. By the way, wait for 1 minute. Like someone's on door. Hold on, hold on. Meanwhile, prepare the answer for these questions. Okay, so quickly answer the first question. Name one parasitic plant and describe how it obtains nutrition. It's kind of a question, like we are going to do it quickly. Okay, na? We're not going to take so much of time. Yeah.
Sir, Dodder and Kaskuta.
Daughter and cascator. Okay. Both are the same thing, by the way. Cascator is also called as daughter. Good.
Sir, Amarbel.
In fact, cascator, daughter, or amarbel. All these three names are of the same plant. Okay, na? How does it obtain nutrition?
Sir, certain plants lack chlorophyll pigment and they will use another plant to obtain nutrition. They are called parasitic.
Okay, they're called as parasitic plants. Okay, so they'll be getting nutrition directly from them, right? From the host plants, right? Okay, answer the next question. Differentiate between autotrophs and heterotrophs.
Sir, autotrophic, sir, the mode of nutrition in which organisms prepare their own food are called autotrophs. And heterotrophs, the organisms that depend on another organism for food.
They're heterotrophs. Okay. By the way, in the first question, name one parasitic plant and describe how it obtains nutrition. There's a little addition I would like to make in the answer. See, Dodder, Amarapil, or Cascator is the parasitic plant. Okay. And what they do, they would be actually living on the body of the host plant. Right? They do not have chlorophyll and absorb nutrients from the host plant by penetrating their tissues. How? Listen to me. They do not have chlorophyll and absorbs nutrients from the host plant by penetrating their tissue. Like they will go inside their tissue, right? And they will go into the body of the host plant and then they will be obtaining, like not entirely go inside the body of the host plant, but will be obtaining nutrition from it. Like today I was walking in the park, okay, and I observed a very interesting thing over there. Like this is a tree, and over this tree there was another tree that has grown over it, like kind of like this. That tree was kind of spread all over it like this. So there was another tree that is growing over it. Have you guys seen such kind of trees, like one tree
Sir,
growing over the another tree?
I saw.
You have. Good. Okay, now take another question. Suppose that third question you guys can tell me. Sorry. You can say Why? You can take this question. What is the function of saliva? Okay, no? What is the function of saliva? Answer this question. Just answer this. Anyone?
Sir, when the food is chewed, the food is mixed with saliva. And the food is mixed with saliva to design breakdown.
Halima, do one thing, take off the headphone. Your voice was coming better before. Okay. Oh yeah, Salman, you also answer the question. What is the function of saliva? Yes. Saliva moistens the food, no? What does the saliva do? Saliva moistens the food. And what else? Food को ये moist करता है ना? Right now, saliva, it will moisten the food. And one more thing it does, that is?
Mixed with the food.
Okay, it will mix with the food, obviously. And that is how it will make it moist. Right now, because if the food is moist, then it is easy to engulf it. It will be easily going down into your stomach via the food pipe. Getting it? Like suppose if someone eats something very powdery, right now, something that is very powdery. So unless you don't take some water, it will be difficult to engulf it. Right now, you guys know
Yes, sir.
about what do we call that? I'm forgetting the name, but like dalchini. You know about dalchini powder? Anyone heard about this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
I have heard.
You have no. Okay, dalchini powder. Okay, so someone was trying to eat so much of dalchini powder right now, and he had so much of difficulty in engulf it. Like they were doing some weird and crazy things, right? So they would be like they took 4 to 5 tablespoons of dalchini powder and they were trying to engulf it. So it's very dry now, right now. It's very dry. Like so much of saliva cannot be produced so that it becomes moist. That much of saliva is not secreted in the mouth. So engulfing it, taking it in will be very difficult. So basically, food gets moistened. Another thing is that saliva contains an enzyme. No, it contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase. You guys remember this or not?
Yes,
Salivary
sir.
amylase, and salivary amylase will basically help in breakdown of the starch. So it begins the digestion of the starch. Okay. Next question. Which gas is used during photosynthesis? After this, we'll name the answer this one first.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
for the fourth question, can I tell?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sir, oxygen. No, carbon dioxide.
Very good. And which one is given out?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Good. Name the parts of digestive system in a sequence, in a proper sequence. You have to answer it.
Like, okay, mouth,
Mm-hmm.
esophagus,
Okay, you're saying mouth. Then esophagus. Good.
Sir,
then
stomach,
Stomach.
small intestine,
Small intestine.
large intestine,
Mm.
then rectum, anus.
Rectum. And then anus. Okay, now. Very good.
anus.
Very good. Okay. Then explain rumination. Explain rumination. Hmm. Anyone? Yes. Salman, what is rumination? Alima, in fact, you had a doubt about rumination in the last class, no? I think it got cleared. You had a question about this. Mm-hmm. So rumination, what is it? It's the process by which the partially digested food returns from the stomach to the mouth for re-chewing it. No, cows would be doing it, right? When the cows would be eating the grasses or leaves, they would be only chewing it slightly. Right now, they are not chewing it thoroughly. So they would be quickly taking it in. They would be quickly engulfing it, and they it goes into the rumen. That is the first chamber of the stomach. And in the rumen, it is converted into curd by the cellulose digesting bacteria. It converts it into curd, CUD curd. In the rumen, like from the mouth of the cow, the food goes first into the rumen. And in rumen, there are cellulose digesting bacteria that will be partially converting the food into curd. So the rumination is the process by which the curd that is partially digested food returns from the stomach to the mouth for re-chewing it. And cows would be doing it. Cows, buffalo, camels, etc. All right, no? Okay. Next question. I have given so much of hint for the next one.
Sir,
That is
Willy.
Villi.
VILLI. Will I? Good. Now we can move to another chapter. So you guys will be required to define temperature. Yeah. What is temperature? Then one more question you can take. What instrument is used to measure it? Quick.
So temperature is
Hmm.
so can I say what instrument it is?
No, first answer the first part of the question. Three different ways of heat transfer. Yeah, Salman, what about you? What is temperature?
Sir, 1 minute.
Hmm. What are you thinking about, Salman?
Sir, sir, temperature is the measurement of hot and cold.
Temperature is basically the, we can say, degree of
Measurement
hotness or coldness. Degree of hotness or coldness of an object. Like how hot it is, how cold it is. So that you can accurately tell by knowing its temperature. What instrument do we use to measure it?
thermometer.
Thermometer. What are the different type of thermometers?
Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin.
That's the scale. That is scale of
Okay.
temperature. Thermometer.
Clinical thermometer.
Hmm. Sorry.
Physical thermometer.
Hmm. Next is
Laboratory thermometer.
there's one more, by the way.
Digital.
Okay, digital. You can also say that.
And
Then maximum and minimum thermometer also, no?
yes,
Maximum and minimum thermometer. Okay. Tell me what is the range of clinical thermometer. Salman, you will be telling me about this. Halima, you tell me the range of laboratory thermometer.
Sir, can you tell the question again?
What is the range, R-A-N-G-E, range of laboratory thermometer?
Sir, minus 10 cent
Hmm. Yeah, go on. You're saying it correctly. Hmm.
to um, 110 cent.
Very good.
100.
110 degrees Celsius. There you go. Good. Now, Halima, you tell me. Quick.
Sir, clinical thermometer 35 to 42
35 degrees Celsius
degree,
to 42.
42 degree.
Okay. Tell me which of the thermometer out of laboratory and clinical thermometer does not have kink? K-I-N-K. Kink is absent in which one?
Laboratory
Say again. Laboratory
laboratory
thermometer.
thermometer.
Very good. It does not have a kink. Okay. Which one needs to be kept vertical, kept in a vertical position while temperature is being taken? Which one?
Laboratory.
Laboratory. Okay, na good. Okay. Which liquid metal is used in the bulb of the thermometer?
Mercury.
Mercury. Salman, is mercury toxic? Is it poisonous? Salman, is mercury toxic? Is it poisonous? It is poisonous, no, obviously, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What are the different? What are the three different ways of heat transfer?
What, sir?
This question: what are the three different ways of heat transfer? This one over here. This question I have asked.
Sir, conduction, conversation, and
Convection, you mean to say?
yes, and radiation.
Mm-hmm. You, Salima, you also say?
Sir, convection, conduction, and radiation.
Mm. Okay, which one of them occurs in solid?
Uh, con-
Conduction.
Conduction, good. Which one of them can
con-
occur without a medium? Which one of them does not require a medium?
Radiation.
Radiation, indeed.
convection.
No, radiation. And convection occurs in? See, radiation can occur in vacuum and in medium also, okay, na? Convection occurs in
Yeah.
gas and liquids, no?
Gas and liquid.
Okay. So tell me, water gets boiled via conduction, convection, or radiation? Water boils via
Convection.
convection. Very good, very good. Okay, na? Okay. So we have done good number of questions today. There's one more thing we will do. Okay, that is from acid. So you guys first explain to me what is acid. Give a definition of acid. Okay. Second question, you will give examples. Give examples of acids. Third, you will write uses of acid. These are the three questions. Quickly answer it so that we can continue the chapter.
Sir,
Yeah.
chemical that gives off hydrogen ions.
Where are you quoting this definition from, Salman? Where are you reading this from? This is not taught in the 7th grade. It's not there in the NCERT. No? Have you been taught about this definition in the school? Okay. See, Halima, you answer this. Haven't we learned about this in the class?
Sir,
Huh.
sir, chemical substance that has a sour taste.
A chemical substance that has a sour taste. Good. And two more things.
Um,
Corrosive in nature. Acids corrosive होते हैं nature में. Remember? Acids are corrosive in nature. Good. And what do they do to the litmus paper?
litmus paper,
What does the acid do to the litmus paper? They convert blue litmus paper into red, no?
they use litmus paper into red.
They convert blue litmus paper to red. So acids are chemical substances that taste sour, they are corrosive in nature, and turns blue litmus into red. Give some examples.
So,
Mhm.
citric acid,
Citric acid and
nitric acid,
nitric acid.
hydrochloric acid,
Good. And
sulfuric acid,
sulfuric acid. Then which acid is present in apples? Uh-huh.
malic acid.
Malic acid. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And give you more examples quickly.
Formic acid,
Formic acid. Then
tartaric acid,
yeah, tartaric acid,
oxalic,
oxalic, lactic acid also. Okay, that's good number of
ascorbic
examples. Ascorbic acid also. Okay, write the uses of acids. Yeah, Salman. What are the uses of acids?
acid.
Yeah, go on. Give at least 5
Sir,
uses of acid.
okay. Sir, it is present in cold drink.
Hmm. Like carbonic acid is
Sir, it
used
is
in
used in
used in car
Sir,
batteries. Good.
sulfuric acid is used in
Hmm. And
uh, they are used for manufacturing of fertilizers. This
yes,
is nitric acid.
nitric acid. Very good. And then
Baking powder contains tartaric acid.
repeat again.
Baking powder contains tartaric acid.
Baking powder contains tartaric acid.
Yes.
It contains some amount of it. Good. Halima, are you reading it from some book or are you reading it from your memory, like the things you have learned in the last classes?
No, sir.
Okay. Salman, you also give some examples, like give some uses of acids. Remember hydrochloric acid? It is used in cleaning like a sanitary tanks, right? Sanitary. It is used there to clean the bathroom toilets, like toilet seats. There hydrochloric acid is used. Sulfuric acid is used in the car battery. Nitric acid is used in the production of fertilizers. Look again. Let me revise it quickly for you guys. Look at this. So here are some of the uses of acids. Sulfuric and nitric acid is used in the industrial production. Like sulfuric acid is used in manufacturing of paint, and in car batteries, nitric acid is used in manufacturing of fertilizers. Water fertilizers, where do we use it?
In plants.
Right, obviously in agriculture we use it, right, to increase the fertility. Exactly. Okay, continuing further, like acid rain also we have learned, and we did also learned about some of the bases also. Okay, and all these topics were cleared. We are going to continue with a new topic today, that is neutral substances. Okay, see, so neutral substances are any substance which is neither acidic nor basic in nature. Okay, na? Like, so their pH level will be around 7, right? A 7 or very, very close to 7. So all these different materials like stomach acid, there's a hydrochloric acid secreted in our stomach, lemon, grapes, tomatoes, milk, bananas, all of them contain acids, right? Now, the farther you move away from 7, the stronger acids they are. Like if it is 0, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, they contain strong acids in them. Okay, na? They are quite strong. But tomato, milk, bananas, they also contain acid, but they are not that much strong. Right now, you can look here like the stomach acid is very strong, by the way. It is having a pH value of 0 to 1. By the way, what is this number? This numbers represents their pH value.
Yeah.
And pH value is basically like it's a scale in which different substances have been categorized as acids, bases, and neutral substances. So substances that have a pH value from 0 to 6, right now they are acidic substances. And substances that have a pH value from 8 to 14, they are basic substances. And then substances like pure water, right now, pure water, sugar solution, cooking oil, table salt, like the common salt. All of them are neutral substances. Do you like, does water have any taste? Does it taste sour or bitter or sweet? It does not know. So that is the thing. So water, table salt, sugar solution, and cooking oil, they have a pH value of 7, right? Or very, very close to 7, like 6.9, right? Or 7.1. So that is very close to 7. So they are neutral substances. Okay, now also these substances like soap, bleach, ammonia, oven cleaner, and baking soda. So all of these are basic substances. Sorry, basic substances. Talking about the salt, it is neutral substance, and this substance is formed from the neutralization reaction between the acids and bases. Suppose you have taken an acid. Let's suppose you have taken hydrochloric acid, right now, and you have taken sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base, no? Remember the examples of bases, or have you guys forgotten it? How about you guys give some examples of bases, huh? Yeah, give some examples of bases. I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to look at this slide. Try to memorize some of the names because I'm going to ask questions. Look at it.
Sir, bases are like, okay,
Mhm.
sir, bases are, we can taste it.
We can taste them.
Can we taste them?
Not all. Not all of the bases can be tasted. Like some of them can be tasted. Some of them are safe. Okay, no? Some of them are safe. Although it does not mean that we start eating them. Like baking soda, right? Baking soda, it is used in the food, but it is used in the slight amount, no? Right? It is although not going to cause harm to you because it is weak, but that does not mean you go to kitchen and take a spoonful of baking soda and start consuming it, right? Because it does not have any nutritional benefit for you now, right? So that's the thing. In fact, it can make you feel uncomfortable, right? No, one can suffer from some digestive issues because of that.
Sir, the last part, sodium hydrogen is for only baking soda.
Yeah, it's the chemical name of baking soda. Looks like you borrowed this headphone from some kid in your house.
This substance, no, sir.
No, it looks like that. Okay, I'm going to change the slide after 1 minute. Okay, now quickly memorize the names. Memorize at least some of them. Okay, I'm going to change it now. Okay, give at least 3 examples of bases. Yes, each one of you will be giving at least 3 examples. Salman, turn your camera on. Yes, Salima?
There are 3 examples of potassium hydroxide,
Potassium hydroxide. Okay, good.
ammonium hydroxide,
Good.
ammonium hydroxide,
Yes.
and calcium.
Calcium hydroxide. Very good. Now, Salman. Salman, you there?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, for the second question,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Answer it fast. Yes, Salman. Okay, you will memorize it after the class once again. So you have so many examples of bases like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, right? Lithium hydroxide, sodium hydrogen carbonate. All of these are the examples. So one of the base we have taken here is sodium hydroxide, and you already know about hydrochloric acid. So the HCl here is basically, here you have got
Hydroxide.
hydro sorry, hydrochloric acid plus
Sodium hydroxide.
sodium hydroxide. Good. After adding these
Uh,
two, a neutral substance is formed, that is salt. What salt is it? The salt that we add in our food. Okay, now it's actually the chemical name is
sodium,
sodium chloride.
sodium chloride.
Along with that, water is also released. Okay, na? So
Yes.
sodium chloride is the common salt. Now you might wonder, like, why is it called as common salt? Like, it's a salt, but we're calling this as the common salt because it is commonly used in every household. Right now, this is the common salt over here. Right, that is,
Sir,
and repeat again.
I have two salts.
You have said what?
I have two salts.
Oh, okay. Which ones?
Sir, you know, six salts.
Mm. Halima, do one thing, na, remove that headphone. Like, your voice is actually not coming very clear to me. Okay, na? Just connect the class directly.
Yes, now.
Now it's better. It's better actually.
Sir, I said pink salt.
Oh, pink salt. Yeah, pink salt. Yeah. So sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. These are the chemical formulas of these. Okay, na? HCl is for hydrochloric acid. NaOH is for sodium hydrogen carbonate. NaCl, okay, and that is for sodium chloride, and water, like, H2O, like this. The main thing is you have to memorize this equation. Hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide gives you sodium chloride plus water. Sodium chloride is common salt, and this right here is again a neutral substance, by the way. It's a neutral substance. Okay. Now an important thing you can note down here, right here, a neutralization reaction has taken place, isn't it, Salman? Because in a neutralization reaction, an acid and a base reacts together. Here you had this acid plus it reacted with the base, and then you got a neutral substance. Along with this, you also got water. Right
Yes,
now,
sir.
so when a neutralization reaction takes place, as the result of it, we get a salt. right? So salt is one of the most common ingredients. We use it in almost every food item. You consume it every day. That is why it is called as common salt. Okay, although salt is of different types, right now, like we have got like black salt is there, pink salt is there, and the white salt, that is common salt, right now. So all of them are consumed. Like Himalayan pink salt, I think you were talking about Himalayan pink salt, Halima, right now,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's the one. So that is the thing. Okay, although all of them contains a little bit of, like, there's a little bit of variation in everyone. Okay, na? Like in the flavor is kind different. The flavor of black salt is different from the pink ones and the um, white ones, right? That's the thing. Now you guys think about this question, that why do we need to consume salt? Is it just for the taste?
Sir.
Hmm?
Mm, no, sir.
Hmm. Then
Sir,
yes, you guys know this thing. The salt that we consume is sodium chloride.
chloride.
Okay. Now sodium chloride is basically made up of sodium. The main thing here is sodium and chlorine. What is it?
Chlorine,
Sodium
yeah.
and
Sodium and
chlorine. Okay. The main important thing here is sodium for us. Sodium is required for our body. Okay, na? It helps to regulate the amount of water in your body. Right now? Like a correct amount of water is required in your body now. Like
yeah.
if the amount of water in your body increases too much or decreases too much, so it is obviously going to create so much of problem inside our body. So a correct balance of water is required. Getting what I'm trying to say, Halima and Salman? Hmm? A bare minimum amount of water needs to be maintained in our body for the proper functioning. Like if excess
Yes,
of water accumulates inside our body, that will be problematic. And if there is less amount of water inside our body, that will also be problematic. Okay, getting it so far? That is one thing.
yes, sir.
So let me address that question over here, that we need to consume common salt since it contains sodium, which is important sorry, to maintain water balance water balance. And other than this, it also helps in regulating the blood pressure. Okay, na? Blood pressure, so to maintain water balance and blood pressure in our body. You guys would be aware of this thing, I suppose, that if someone is suffering from hypertension, like high blood pressure problem in your house, God forbid they don't suffer, but suppose someone is suffering right now, so then the doctor will advise them to lower the intake of salt. Do not consume high salt. Do not consume extra amount
Yeah.
of salt right now, Halima and Salman, because excessive amount of salt consumption can raise your blood pressure. That is important. Now, another thing to be considered is that why are we required to consume iodized salt? Why it is recommended to consume iodized salt? If you purchase the salt from the market, so iodine, like, it must be written somewhere that it contains iodine in it, right now? Getting it? See, because if your body does not get enough amount of iodine right now, then there's going to be some problem with the thyroid gland. What is this structure over here that you're seeing here? It's the thyroid gland that is present in our
Thyroid
neck.
gland.
Okay. Now understand this thing. This thyroid gland, what it does now, it produces it produces a chemical substance. Right? It produces hormone. It produces a
Hormone.
hormone called as thyroxine. Try to understand all of this. This is very important stuff. So thyroid gland, it needs iodine to produce a hormone called as thyroxine. What I'm saying that thyroid gland needs iodine to produce a hormone called as thyroxine. Tell me if there's any confusion so far in the statement which I have written here. Yes.
No, sir.
Sorry, Salman, you are quiet. You are not saying anything. Uh-huh. Yes or no? Salman, you getting it or not? Are you even there in the class? Hmm? Okay. Anyways, see, the thyroid gland produces thyroxine, which has got to do several important functions. Okay, now what the thyroxine hormone does, it influences you, like it maintains the heart rate, right? It maintains the temperature of the body. So the thyroxine is very, very important for your body now, right, Halima? Thyroxine is very
Sir.
important as it maintains body temperature, body temperature, and regulates the heart rate. Okay, na? So thyroxine needs to be produced in a proper amount by the thyroid gland so that your body temperature can be maintained. Halima, pay attention here. So your body temperature can be maintained and your heart rate can also be maintained. Please tell me if that much is clear. Why am I discussing this? Because your thyroid gland is actually in need of iodine. We consume iodized salt now, isn't it? We
Yes.
consume iodized salt. It basically contains iodine. So iodine is actually needed by this thyroid gland over here so that it can produce thyroxine. And thyroxine is important because it regulates the heart rate and your body temperature. It maintains it. Okay? Getting it so far?
Yes.
Now the question is that if our body does not get adequate amount of iodine, if the person's body is not getting adequate amount of iodine, then they suffer from goiter, right now. So you would be aware about iodine deficiency, isn't it?
Yes.
So iodine deficiency leads to
Two goiter.
swelling of thyroid gland, leading to goiter. Hope it's clear to both of you here. Here you can see
Yes.
how the thyroid gland has expanded, how it has swelled like this. Okay, no? That's the thing. Now, right now, as we're learning about salt, so far we have learned how salt is formed. So salt is formed due to the neutralization reaction between acids and bases, right? One of the common example of salt here was this one over here. Reaction between the hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide gives you sodium chloride, that's the common salt, and water. Then we learned that why do we need to consume salt. So since salt contains sodium and sodium is important to maintain what? Yes, Halima? Yes, Salman?
Sodium.
To maintain water balance and the blood pressure in
Water
your body.
balance. Yes.
So for that purpose, it is important. Okay. Then we learned it is advised to consume iodized salt. By the way, you guys know mainly this problem of goiter, like it is not very common nowadays. You will rarely see anyone suffering from this problem of goiter. You will rarely see. By the way, there was a lady who lived in the same town as I am living. Okay, na. So I used to see her every day as I would be passing by and was going to market for some work. So I saw her suffering from this condition. Her neck was really swollen up, and that lady has recently died. Like she recently died. like I think 1 or 2 months ago. So she had been struggling with this condition all her life, right? But generally, people who are living in the mountainous region now, right? Although it is very, very rare, but generally, this kind of condition is found to be uh, rarely found to be in the people who are living in the mountainous region. Getting it now? Because like many people who are living in the mountainous region back in the day, like many, many years ago, they did not had access to the markets. So they would be using the pink salt, like mountain Himalayan salt, and that lacked in iodine. It did not have the adequate amount of iodine. Thereby, they were prone to this condition. In the next class, we're going to learn about types of salt. Right now, right now, what you guys do now, do one thing, take the screenshot of all the PPTs, all the things you have discussed so far. Otherwise, it will be becoming a bit difficult for you guys to revise it. Okay? Or how about I share it? You guys can just download it. Okay now?
Yes.
So I'm going to now share it. Make sure you download it. Okay?
Sir, in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sharing it in the chat box. From there, download it. One more thing I would do, I would actually mark them so it will be convenient. That's second. That should be fourth. Currently, for how many hours are you studying, Salman? Halima, what about you?
What's that?
For how many hours? How many hours you're studying at home currently? Will be taking this much of time to think? What about you, Salman?
No, sir.
Sir, 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. And about you? What about you, Halima?
Sir, when I
You also 1 hour. And in 1 hour, in that 1 hour, what subjects do you manage to study? All the subjects or only one or two?
no, sir,
Yes.
one or three. Sir, three subjects per day.
3 subjects per day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Till here, I'm sharing. Okay. Now till here I have shared. Please download all of it quickly before the class ends and save it. You guys know how to download and save it, no? Salman, pay attention here. So download it quickly.
Sir, can you share? I will take print out.
Repeat again, can we?
Can you share? I will take print out.
Okay, you're seeing the entire PPT.